I see Jensen and I see Sneaky being the key to this match. If TSM collapses on them, puts them far behind so that if, when Cloud9 engages, they have no damage to follow up, then that's going to be the crux of these team fights here. If TSM does not focuses top, they still might have it in terms of, okay, now their Engage is weaker, their Gnar is weaker, their Zac is weaker, will probably stay topside. But they will still have that bot lane and mid damage to deal with. So if they do a team fight wrong, it's going to be a lot. The scales will be more easily tipped unless they focus the bot half of the map. I would expect early ganks probably to come out on the bot lane just because there's no Tahm Kench swallow, there's no Karma shield speed up, there's no Lux stun. There's no disengage, really. With the exception of the Trundle Pillar, there is no real disengage from a gank early, pre-6. And TSM does have that Jhin and have that Bard. So if Bard lands a key stun when Svenskeren is in the area or Bjergsen's in the area, it could be an easy double kill bot with Team Solo mid. So they're going to move into lanes here. Looks like they're going to go and probably try and do some deep warding. 4 of them staying very close together. Looks like they're just going to travel in numbers. And we're going to see how this shakes out. It's going to be Sneaky sort of holding down the fort here. He's out by himself. Ooh, he's now they're all seen. Yep, now with that ward, good ward by Sneaky. And it lives. It lives with 1 point of health. The MLG warding coming out here at the LCS finals this summer in Toronto, Canada. Biofrost hoping to win the next 2 games and bring home a trophy for in his home country, in his hometown. And as we look at these starting builds, it looks like we're going to see, with the exception of the AD carry in the mid, no starting support. We're going to get the different jungle items for the junglers. Obviously, Rek'Sai going for the damage, Zac going for the sustain. That corrupting pot on Hauntzer will lead me to believe that there is going to be more focus on the top side of the map, so Hauntzer can use that damage that he's getting. Gnar with the standard Doran's Blade, just going to try and get basic extra damage for the time being, and hold it out for the rest of the game. As we see, TSM trying to scare them off the Gromp. And they keep themselves equal in CS instead of getting a little bit ahead. Doublelift will get to the lane first, be able to pop that grenade, and sort of push Ashe off for a little bit. Getting that early pressure is going to be key, because the junglers do focus the top side of the map, and there's some damage on Sneaky. And he seems to get out of it, seems to walk away. TSM doesn't want to take an engage too early. But again, if the bot side of the map goes and they go for those kills and they think the junglers are going to be top, or they see the junglers top, TSM is just going to be able to collapse on them so fast. Bard does a lot of raw damage. If you were to ask me in 35 minutes who would do more damage, I would say Trundle. But for the next 20 minutes, even probably a little less than that, I would say Biofrost has the upper hand in the lane, and Jhin as well over Ashe. So I think TSM does have this more high damage composition like they always do. They like to go in and just take names as often as possible. As we see, your media is moving up to that blue buff. As we look in the top lane, Impact's popped his Mega Gnar. And he's going to get the stun off on Hauntzer. Hauntzer's going to take a little bit more damage than he would have liked. But he's going to just wait out the Mega Gnar and possibly try and jump in on the regular Gnar and try and get some damage off when he is more vulnerable. Pings mid, ward placed down to try and get an idea where Svenskeren is. No junglers have really gotten any vision of each other. Sven does have that ward though, that now they can see Meteos. They know Meteos is topside by his red. And Sven actually knowing where Zac is, knowing his red is far enough away, they're going to make the move onto Impact. It's a Prey Seeker landing, and it's the engage, the knockup, and that's first blood. No flash blown by Impact. He knew it would be a waste. And that's first blood going over to Team Solo mid at 3 minutes 40 seconds. An early first blood for Team Solo mid, but a nice, efficient, and those junglers are going to focus the top side, it looks like, unless Meteos wants to make a move, try and let Impact tank it out now that they know they're going to go up there, and maybe make some moves and shake it up down bot lane, but I don't see that happening. If we look at the CS leads, though, at 4 minutes, it's really even. Normally, Team Solo Mid likes to run away with these CS leads. Normally, they farm better than most other teams, which gives them that late-game success if their mid-game comps don't work. And Hanser is running away with the CS almost 10 ahead in the top lane, but it's with the exception of Bjerg being ahead by about 10 now, actually, in the mid lane. Doublelift tied. Svenskeren down by 6 because of that gank. So it's looking rather even in the CS. Oh, a nice boomerang to keep Hanser in the lane. Impact is now going to try and get up that CS lead. If he can get that wave, he will be surpassing Hanser. Doublelift whiffing his shots. They're really trying to be aggressive. And another gank from Svenskeren. It looks like Impact, let's go a little bit too far pushed up. And he will recall because he can see his positioning. But as we see, now because he got him to back early and killed him, he only got that second Doran's Blade. Whereas now Hanser has bought a Stark Seal and a Doran's Ring, actually. Interesting, sort of varied AP start. I think they're going to go for a really kill-heavy lane here. I think they're going to really try and, with that Dark Seal, get as much damage up as possible. And now they're deep warding, so they can see if Medius is there to counter gank. So it's a very aggressive top lane. Biofrost standing in the warded bush. I think he's aware it's warded. Maybe he's waiting for it to die. Maybe he doesn't know. Oh. I think he did just died. Okay. Shout out to Biofrost for that amazing vision control. Oh, this is not... Oh, the nice reaction flash from Bjergsen. Uh-oh, this isn't looking good. Hanser's forced to flash. Impact will not chase. Does not know where Svenskeren is. Superior vision control by TSM this game. They really are making sure they know where everybody is at all times. Medius, however, they actually haven't spotted him yet, it looks like. And he will make it all the way into that bush before they know where he is. And Impact, there's the flash. And there's the engage. Medius, this is why he's a beast on Zac. Cleaning up that kill. 1-1, Cloud9 getting the kill. Tied up to gold lead. And it looks like it's going to be a very top-focused game. Mids have been rather the one gank we just saw that forced Bjerg's flash. Bot lane has been dealing a lot of damage back and forth, a lot of recalls. Now that we see Ashe with the BF sword, it's a lot of gold being made before the backs. But as we look back here, it's just Impact knows Medius is there and just holds him, tries to sort of taunt out a fight. Hanser does take the bait a little bit. I think maybe he was trying to do a little bit more damage in case they dove, and it was one less turret shot he would have to depend on. But nevertheless, a nice stun by Biofrost. Biofrost hitting most of these stuns this game. It's just that Trundle is going to stand in the way and prevent any damage from coming through whatsoever. So we focus on the mid lane. The mid lane, it's funny because when you have a person like Bjergsen, oh, and they're going in here. Oh, and that's going to be it. I might have spoken too soon because that sentence ended with that a game where you have Jensen and Bjergsen, a very fiery young personality, and they're just one of the best, if not the best Western player we've seen in the past year or two, in a lane together. You would think that would be the focus of this match, but not really. That one kill that we just saw, that just made me eat my words a little bit. Yeah, but a lot of the junglers, with the exception of 2 ganks from Medios, have been going top, and it looks like bot's been a source of most of the in-lane action. Bjergsen failing to put a little bit of vision there. I think TSM might be... Their vision has died, and they really weren't paying attention to its timers. Medios going to be perfectly in the edge of Fog of War, right in range, maxing it looks like by the distance his elastic slingshot to ensure there's more long range ganks. Biofrost's going to clear the ward with 0 contention because they don't know where Svenskeren's positioning is, and it looks like they're going to move to maybe take the blue buff. Smoothly caught out, and Svenskeren's there to try and make something happen. They're going to run to the tower, and no progress will be made. Jensen staying mid at the time being, Bjergsen staying mid, Jensen coming to meet him. And now it looks like Bjergsen's falling off. Maybe they're trying to make something happen. They expect Medios to be showing up, and there he would be. Does not get the blue. Blue actually goes over to Svenskeren. Great smite. And that Earth Dragon is up, or the Mountain Drake, and that's going to be great really early because that's going to be great for TSM because, again, they have these mid-lane comps and early comps that do a lot of damage, and they fight over that dragon. I'm sure TSM will probably take the W unless something happens. But let's say that, they let Medios get tanky, Impact get tanky, Smoothie get tanky. Those Mountain Drakes are going to come into play when they can just take towers to match Baron pace, and they're going to be able to push down objectives unbelievably fast. It'll also help them capitalize on these early fights. If and when they win these early fights, they'll be able to take towers faster, and if it's a 1-for-1, TSM will at least get the first tower gold over Cloud9 this game. As we approach the 10-minute mark, it looks to be actually almost about a half a K gold lead going over to Cloud9. Meteos is going to try a dive. Flash is down, Ghost is down, and it's going to be a miss of skill shot, but that Let's Bounce is going to come in. Oh, the ult from Bjergsen going to stop the damage, and Svenskaren's chasing Meteos. It is going to be close, and Bjergsen kites him perfectly. The knock-up on Jensen. Jensen misses Flash. He's down. Bjergsen going to try and focus down the blobs. They know that teleport's incoming. Meteos is down. Teleport canceled. TSM picks up 2 kills. And as we see here, Svenskaren's so clean on this Rek'Sai. He's just perfectly knows where to be, who to focus. And him and Bjergsen are having great synergy. It must be something that the water over there in Denmark, because they're just destroying when it's these 2v2s. They got the jump on Bjergsen. Bjergsen had maybe 300, 400 health. That turns it around with the ult, and next thing you know, Svenskaren's cleaning up the fight and needs full health. So I think it's really this communication on TSM, which has been their bane of their existence in the past. But see, this is where Mountain Drake, if they had gotten it, would have come in handy. But it doesn't matter. They're going to get that first tower anyway, and now move to maybe take the Scuttleware and then the Drake after maybe a quick swing bot lane to do some damage mitigation. The Hawk shot from Ashe going to get vision, but as we tune back into this fight, so look, it went perfectly for Cloud9. Vel'Koz missed, and Meteos missed. So Bjergsen stood 1 inch back, it would have been done. But look, Bjergsen was that close he could get the ult off on Jensen, and Svenskaren focuses Meteos, the immediate damage. Bjergsen knows that kite damage. Bjergsen also knows Vel'Koz doesn't exactly have the most escape potential. He misses the flash. Bjergsen does the damage. They wait for Meteos. The canceled teleport from Impact perplexes me. It probably could have been another kill for another kill, and they wouldn't have been able to move top. However, I think it was a smart move overall, because why give up another death when you can, ensure your lane safety and sort of keep that global map pressure. No point in defeating another kill. TSM now up by about 1,500 gold. Closing the gap with that double kill and that first tower. Really, that could be the mid game, the sign of TSM's mid game right here, putting them into it. As we look, that Sheen is done on Echo, that Tiamat's done on Rek'Sai. Bjergsen's almost to his Rylai's. There's a lot of these key first mid-range, mid-size items, not full items, but we're getting there. The first full jungle item on Rek'Sai is done on top of it, with 100% kill participation for Svenskaren on that Rek'Sai. Cloud9 also, but they're not too far behind with the BF sword, the Warrior's Fist, the Cinderhulk. It looks like Zac probably is the farthest build distance. However, it looks like he's also building multiple things. He didn't finish that jungle item first, as you can see by the gem, still in his item slot. And it looks like it's going to be a hard tower push. Svenskaren going to con up, going to tunnel under the pillar of ice. Bet just really didn't know he could do that. And it's going to be a push down for the bot lane. Maybe they're going to try and distract him, take a quick dragon, move up mid. TSM could do whatever they want. A Mist-Tempered Fate from the Bard. And it's going to be the curtain call from Doublelift with no kills to come from it. But they will do enough damage and probably secure a dragon take in the near future. The wards coming down around the dragon pit. Again, that early tower damage is going to be key in this fight. And it looks like TSM is really they need to really pick an objective here. I think they're sort of discussing their options. It looks like Bjergsen's sort of hanging out on the lower mid side. He knows Meteos is there now, so they know Bjergsen stands between the jungler and the objective. However, he's letting him through. So maybe with Meteos, they're going to try and just keep bot lane holding, sort of hold all their defenses that they have for the time being. And then wait, in Meteos, it looks like he's going to go clear this pink. TSM actually does not have any other wards in the pit, if I can see correctly, and it will just be the Rek'Sai tunnel as an ult point. But now they know Meteos is in the area. The bot lane is going to probably start to play a little less aggressively and let this wave push up. So if Meteos does come in, it will have to be a dive. As we look back at the top lane, it looks like actually Impact, despite being 0, despite not having a kill and actually being pushed around a lot, besides that one assist earlier, probably almost 10 minutes ago at this point, he's actually doing really well keeping up in farm with the more aggressive and more ranged Haunter. The Cloud9 doing a great job. I feel like when you watch TSM almost an international play, this is like Cloud9 is what TSM looks like. They're a little sloppy, but they know how to make good picks, and they are very good at staying up with farm. And that's what Cloud9's doing to TSM. If TSM does what they're doing now, TSM essentially is playing TSM's enemy in international tournaments is what I feel like this game is a preview of. And a blue steal from Double Lift. Wow, I think that might have been... There was vision there, not a blind steal. But with the timing, the sort of awkward timing of that shot, the deadly flourish, that makes it very difficult to hit. And it's pretty good Double Lift got that blue. Now it's going to be more sustained for the lane. I don't think it's game-changing. But, an early flash from Double Lift. And... Biofrost getting caught out, and he's going to make the tunnel turn around for the stun on Meteos, and Meteos, the one caught out. The splitting cells passive is up, and Impact will teleport to save his friend. Don't know if it's going to be enough. Out of the frying pan and into the Bjergsen. And it's going to be the curtain call coming off on Smoothie. Tempered Fate misses. Smoothie does flash both ultimates. And the TP was canceled by Impact, so he stays top. That's 2 canceled TPs for Impact, if I'm correct. But he's playing very aggressive under this tower. He's going to try and dive Haunter, and Haunter no mana, no health. It looks like it's going to be a kill to Impact. Yep. Impact will get out. Let's hope he changes to Mini Narg, but he will live. Barely 99 health. Very low. However, on the other side of the map, now TSM has that objective damage bonus from the Mountain Drake. They're up 2k gold in that neighborhood. And surprising, as we said earlier, that top and jungle side with the roaming mid laners is the crux. But if you look at this fight, a great flash let's bounce from Meteos. A great ult here from Svenska. And if you look, they're not respecting it at all. It might even be in their fog of war, but they don't respect the 3v3 option. And it's a dead Meteos is what it's resulting in. They also don't know. If you look at the minimap, Jensen is coming all the way around. He doesn't follow Bjergsen, meaning Bjergsen's going to get their seconds earlier and allow Haunter TP, who now is down teleport, I believe, to be there. And it's a 5-assist fight for Team Solo Mid. A great play by Meteos. No fault. Maybe it was no follow-up from his team. Maybe it was a little bit of chutzpah in the wrong places. But at the same time, another kill for Team Solo Mid. Now we're getting to the Trinity Force, the Abyssal Scepters, the almost finished marksman items. This is where TSM is going to shine. I guarantee they're going to try and choke some fights out. But I don't know. At the same time, why would you choke out a fight when you're doing perfectly well in lane? Impact and Haunter have almost never left the lane at this point. Bot lane has been pretty stationary and sedentary at this time. So I don't see there really to be any reason that they leave lanes despite TSM's good teamfight comp. Because if they're going to win in lane and they're going to win in teamfights and you're already in lane, why waste the time and the resources trying to teamfight? We're not even at 20 minutes. TSM up 2.5k gold practically. However, Haunter is looking now. He's looking a little cocky and he's looking a little low. I think Impact sort of figured out this lane, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a roam or a gank coming up towards topside again in the near future. But as we look again with that bot side focus, no deaths or kills in the bot lane. And a solo kill on the Haunter from Impact. I don't even know. Maybe we'll get a replay of that. Bjergsen chasing him down, but the hop is going to be enough to get away for the time being. He's going to pull a SOAS. Somebody watches their E. And he cancels it. 3 canceled TPs for Impact and 1 dead Impact for Bjergsen. Top lane now with the most deaths in the game. Mid with the most kills. But that will be a tower. Bjergsen left his post, and it looks like that might try and be the tower for C9. They're going to back off, not take it, let the minions do it. The waves reset. Nevertheless, that's a lot of advantage. Here's hopefully what happened. Between Impact and Haunter. So we get that Impact, the perfect Gnar stun. Haunter didn't even have a second to breathe. It was just all over. And Biofrost soloing Sneaky in the bot side jungle. Not a sentence you would expect to hear every so often, especially, the Bard solos being uncommon, but this is the key rookie of their team. He came in at the beginning of the split, rather unknown, and has done nothing but deliver. So TSM, they did it with Bjergsen, they've done it with a lot of others, rookie players, turn them into stars, and they've done it again with Bifrost. It's sort of this TSM formula. They do a lot of the same things, and there are things that work 75% of the time, 80% of the time, and if they don't work 20% of the time or more, or other people figure them out, then that's when they start to be in trouble. But CSM here, see, they're normally, the TSM doesn't react well to cheese picks or picks that aren't necessarily conventional, which could also provide thought process behind Meteos' Zac. However, Zac, isn't exactly too far off from the Gragas. He does have a large knockup AoE. He does go in full force. He's tank AP. There are differences in terms of how to react to it, but at the same time, I think it's similar enough. And Cloud9's played this comp last game. TSM beat them. So I think TSM is just sort of trying to say, look, we beat it before. Zac, Gragas, they're both fat. They're both big. They're both scary. We'll take him down. Meteos caught out, however. Less scary now, but he's going to take a lot of damage there and run away. I believe that's a burn. No burn summoner spells in that engage. Right now, all summoner spells up for Cloud9 with the exception of a heal, a teleport. Heal and a teleport. TSM has everything with the exception of an exhaust and a ghost. So I think summoner spell advantage going to Team Silva mid. However, both teams have 5 flashes. This is a 10 flash game right now. Oh, I have a feeling it's about to be a 9 flash game. TSM rolling into the top lane. The nice ult from Impact there, pinning Svenskeren against the wall and being able to get away. Doublelift is doing a great job staying back in these fights. Normally he can play too aggressive, and against a champion like Gnar, who can go from high damage and very squishy, very easy to kill, to a tank CC nightmare. I think Doublelift staying in the back and playing sort of passively at the time being is a great strategy. He's up by almost 10 CS over Sneaky, and he's up by a level, meaning his damage is just going to be that much greater this game. It's a very low kill game for TSM, not even 10 kills at 21 minutes. So I think they're sort of playing a little bit more restrained, but it seems that restrained is working. Maybe this is a new TSM that we're seeing. And Sneaky will burn Flash. That is now one less Flash. And because they don't have the Flash, the Curtain Call. Smoothie will block the shots. Hanser trying to cause some disruption. Meteos with the nice engage on Hanser, break his focus there. And it looks like we might have a team fight in the top lane here. Tower on Cloud9, but they're just going to push it down. Out. Here comes Svenskeren, going to knock up Meteos. Looks like he's in the front. He's going to get caught, and he will go. And there to the Bloblets. Will they be able to be killed? It looks like Cloud9's not going to waste resources to defend him. Sorry, Frundo, and he is done. It is a 3-on-4 in the top lane here, with Impact pushing bot lane, trying to get some advantage. It will be Doublelift getting one. It probably will be a 1-for-1 unless Hanser does not have teleport. So it will be a 1-for-1 at least in the bot lane, with Impact making the difference. Just full pushing that tower. And he's going to keep pushing that wave. It looks like maybe just get his wave pushing. But as you can see, Impact with a almost 50 CS lead over Hanser and a 30 CS lead for Svenskeren. It looks like it's really up and down, an exact tie in the mid lane, 20 difference in the bot. So it's a really imbalanced game. But I think overall edge still to TSM, 2 Mountain Drakes now. So now these will hopefully 1-for-1 tower exchanges become 2-for-2s. Hopefully they'll be able to win fights and just get towers if they win. And they're hitting that key mid-range point now. Now they're really starting to get rolling. But the only thing is now they know, these are pro games. They last a lot less. They are less in length than your, average game you and me would play. So in your late game when you're getting 4 or 5 items at 35 minutes, they only have about another 5 minutes to really start striking before Cloud9 might be able to turn these fights around. A red ward, it's a Cloud Drake next. A little less important for the teams. Maybe a C9 for the disengage or a TSM for the engage, or vice versa, depending on how these fights turn out. Hanser alone in the bot lane. He's not going to respect Impact's presence. He actually is going to keep going. They know where the rest of Cloud9 is. Oh, and he will pop the ultimate, it looks like, to get back. He is communicating to his team. No ultimate. Impact in the bot lane. Try and make something happen. Impact, no TP. Hanser, no TP. And this is an insanely good defense here from Cloud9. They're not really getting caught out alone. If they're getting caught out, it's normally somebody getting picked in a team fight. And I think that if they play their cards right, if they really defend these second-tier towers, they could make something happen very easily in the second half of the game. There will be there's a lot of ward clearing from TSM. Mid lane, top lane, they're really going to try and sort of take down the overall vision of Cloud9. Hanser going to make a very interesting engagement. Impact lose a lot of health. He has no one there to support him, it looks like. It's an interesting choice of tactics for Hanser, but he knows Impact will not dive. And it looks like Doublelift might try and come down and make something happen, or not. Sven is going to wait patiently in that pink bush. He knows it's safe there. They don't see him. But it could be this mid lane fight here. We see Cloud9 trying to get everyone in the lane. We see TSM pushing the out left side. We see Cloud9 now responding. I wouldn't be surprised if this area of mid by Raptor Pit becomes the next site of a team fight within 30 seconds. But it looks like all the recalls are coming up. Even Impact recalling in the bot lane to a full health Hanser. He might try and TP top, make something happen. He might just run bot and then TP to a team fight. Svenskeren in the jungle. It looks like that he's going to try and clear vision as well. Maybe wait for somebody to go and take down Biofrost and Doublelift if they think it's a 2v3. And that's what it looks like is going to happen. It looks like they know that C9's over there and they know that C9 wants some targets. But instead of risking the fight, they will recall instead. I think now that Cloud9, they have that magic resist on Meteos. They have that fair bit of armor pen and slow on Impact. I think that they really could, if they pull their strings right, have a good team fight here. Meteos would be pretty much impenetrable by Bjergsen and even Hanser at this point. He has a lot of health. He has that early Spirit Visage, and now he's going for armor. But it looks like it's going to be a fight here for TSM. They're just going to get that pick on Meteos and an amazing Tempered Fate from Biofrost. Svenskeren with the knock-up, the crowd control in TSM's amazing. Meteos gets focused down. He will escape with his life. Hanser on the backline will secure the Meteos kill. And it's a 1-for-1 as Svenskeren gets taken down by Sneaky. A 2-for-1 as Doublelift comes in. And it looks like they're just going to keep going. Smoothie possibly the next target. If Bjergsen can get close, he's out of range. Impact on the backline trying to take the kill onto Biofrost. Does not get it. Doublelift pops him. And Bjergsen takes the damage out on Smoothie. It is a 4-for-1 for Team Solo Mid. They're running away with this game. And this could be the Baron. They could really try and, they're going to go for it. Svenskeren is dead, but he is going to be up in about 13 seconds. And I think they're going to try to make that happen. Hopefully Jensen won't steal. They know he has vision. But I think it's going to be the, they're going to turn on the Jensen. Doublelift is, Doublelift. Doublelift left with no more than 50 health after that fight, barely escapes. Jensen did not steal the Baron, so Baron will go over to several members of Team Solo Mid there. As we look back in this team fight, Meteos caught out. It seems like Meteos is on the front line, but he is not ready to take these fights. A really good couple of spells from Jensen to try and keep TSM off, and they will get the first kill on this one's Garen, but that's Meteos down, and it looks like the curtain call going to try and... Great threading the needle there by Doublelift, and as we move on to Impact, it looks like Biofrost and Doublelift are going to try and focus on the top laner, and it looks like the damage is just going to be too good. The great magical journey by Biofrost, and Bjergsen chases down Smoothie with the kiting and chase potential of Cassiopeia. Baron active on 4 out of 5 members. Svenskeren will be the one left out. He does not have the Baron, but it will be a chase anyway, and he will be the one taking the tower. It doesn't look like Baron's going to matter too much. The last curtain call shot going to be blown on Smoothie. Does quite a bit of damage, including the team fight damage, and he's going to go down. A 2-for-0 for TSM, and they're just going to keep pushing this bot lane. Media's trying to get on the back line on Double F. Double F will be taken down, but that's Bjergsen getting an amazing double kill holding off the back line, the squishies of Cloud9. He knows where they are and he knows where their damage is coming from. They're too busy looking at the rest of the team, and they get an ace on Cloud9. They're now ahead by almost a K gold, and they could look to end the game right here. Baron minions, 30-second death timers. I think TSM's going to close out the game right here. They're just going to take the entire bot side of the base. They got to this mid-level team fight. They got tanky, they got high damage, and they knew that if they got here, it would be an easy win if Cloud9 team fought. And Meteos almost getting complacent on Zach. He's going to end this game with the most deaths in the game and only 1 kill to show for it. And that's going to be because I think he felt complacent. He could win these team fights and get the engage, but it does not matter. Impact and Smoothie Up will do no effect. TSM wins Game 3, their second win of the day over Cloud9. Only one more game till they are declared the North America Summer Split champions.